Have you ever wondered why some people seem to fall into relationships so easily, while you've never even been in one? Not because you're unattractive, not because you're unworthy, but because no one ever taught you how connection actually works. Before we go any further, if you want to finally understand relationships in a way that actually changes your life, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch it till the very end. Because what you're about to hear might completely shift how you see love, yourself, and your future. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man, let's call him Armin. Armin wasn't a bad guy. In fact, he was thoughtful, kind, and intelligent. He worked on himself, stayed out of drama, and believed that one day, the right person would just appear. But years passed. He watched his friends fall in love, break up, try again. He saw people less mature than him, less disciplined than him, still finding relationships. And slowly, a question started growing inside him. What's wrong with me? One night, sitting alone, scrolling through endless pictures of couples, he realized something painful. He didn't just lack a relationship. He lacked understanding. That's when he came across the ideas of Marcus Aurelius, not about love directly, but about life, control, perception, and self-mastery. And what he discovered changed everything. Today, I'm going to share 10 powerful Stoic insights, reimagined from Marcus Aurelius, that can completely transform how you approach relationships, especially if you've never been in one. Let's begin. The first realization: you are not behind. Armin believed he was late, that everyone else had figured something out that he hadn't. But Marcus Aurelius teaches something deeper. Comparison is a distraction from your own path. Life isn't a race with a shared timeline. Some people experience love early, but without depth. Others experience it later, but with clarity. The truth is, you're not late, you're unprepared, and that's not an insult. It's an opportunity. The second insight: stop idealizing relationships. Armin used to think a relationship would fix everything: his loneliness, his doubts, his need for validation. But Marcus reminds us, external things do not control your inner state. If you're unhappy alone, you will bring that same unhappiness into a relationship. A relationship doesn't complete you, it amplifies you. So if you feel incomplete now, the solution isn't to find someone, it's to understand yourself. The third insight: rejection is not personal. One of the reasons Armin never entered a relationship was fear. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being enough. But Marcus Aurelius wrote that people act based on their own perceptions, not yours. If someone rejects you, it's not a statement about your worth, it's simply a mismatch of perspectives. You don't take it personally when someone dislikes a food you enjoy. So why take it personally when someone doesn't choose you? The fourth insight: you must take action. This was the hardest truth for Armin. He kept waiting, waiting to feel confident, waiting to be perfect, waiting for the right moment. But Marcus emphasizes action over intention. You don't become ready by thinking, you become ready by doing. If you've never been in a relationship, ask yourself honestly, how many times have you actually tried? Not imagined, not hoped. Tried. Because relationships don't come to those who wait, they come to those who engage. The fifth insight: learn to be comfortable with discomfort. Armin avoided conversations, avoided vulnerability, avoided putting himself in situations where he might feel awkward. But growth lives in discomfort. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, chaos, and still remained composed. And here you are, afraid of saying hello to someone you find interesting. Understand this: discomfort is not danger, it's growth in disguise. Every awkward conversation, every failed attempt, every nervous moment is shaping you into someone capable of connection. The sixth insight: build inner confidence, not outer approval. Armin used to think he needed to look a certain way, earn a certain amount, or reach a certain status before being worthy of love. But Marcus teaches that your value comes from your character, not your circumstances. Confidence is not, they like me. Confidence is, I respect myself. When you walk into a conversation seeking approval, you lose power. When you walk in with self-respect, you gain presence. And presence is what attracts people, not perfection. The seventh insight: stop overthinking. Every interaction, Armin would replay conversations in his head for hours. Did I say the wrong thing? Did I sound weird? Did they think I was boring? Marcus Aurelius warns against wasting energy on things outside your control. You cannot control how someone perceives you. You can only control your intention and your behavior. Say what feels genuine, be who you are, and then let it go. Overthinking doesn't improve your chances. It destroys your peace. The eighth insight: understand what you actually want. At one point, Armin realized something surprising. He didn't actually know what kind of relationship he wanted. He just wanted a relationship. But Marcus teaches clarity. Without knowing what you value, you'll accept anything or nothing. Do you want deep connection, casual companionship, growth, stability? When you define what you want, you stop chasing everyone and start attracting the right ones. The ninth insight: you will fail, and that's necessary. Armin finally took action. He started conversations. He went on dates. He made mistakes. Some people ignored him. Some conversations died quickly. Some moments were painfully awkward. But something changed. He stopped fearing failure, because he understood something Marcus lived by. Failure is not the opposite of progress. It is the path to it. Every rejection taught him something. Every conversation improved his confidence. Every experience shaped his understanding, and slowly, he became someone different. Not perfect, but capable. The 10th and final insight: love is not something you chase. It's something you become ready for. One day, Armin met someone. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't like the movies. It was simple, natural, calm, and for the first time, he didn't feel the need to impress. He just showed up as himself, because by then, he had done the real work. He had built self-awareness. He had faced discomfort. He had taken action. He had stopped chasing validation. And that's when it happened. Not because he got lucky, but because he became ready. If you've never been in a relationship, understand this clearly. It's not a flaw. It's a phase. But whether you stay in that phase or grow out of it depends entirely on what you do next. Will you keep waiting? Or will you start building the version of yourself that relationships naturally flow toward? Because the truth is, love doesn't start when you meet someone. It starts when you understand yourself. So take the first step. Speak to someone. Risk being awkward. Accept rejection. Learn, grow, repeat. Because the only real failure is never trying. And years from now, you won't regret the moments you tried and failed. You'll regret the moments you stayed silent. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.